Hi children, welcome to our next class. In last class you learned about the digestion, how the digestion process takes place, what are the important organs present in that system you learned, right? And you also learned about the saliva and the role of saliva, how it is helping to convert starch into simple sugars. This all you are completed. Okay, so the next part in the digestive system is, this is like a long tube-like structure, very long. If that was in a coiled form, it will be below the stomach. So the food from the stomach enters into this part. When it takes out and see, when you stretch that, it will be nearly 7 meters long. So 7 meters long pipe-like structure present in our body. But it is not in stretched form. It was coiled and inserted just below the stomach. So you got an idea which organ that is? It's intestines. So today's class we are going to learn about intestines and digestion. Our today's topic is your block 10 S3 intestines and digestion. Intestines and digestion. How the digestion process takes place in intestine you are going to learn today. And you already learned about intestine. Just below the stomach it is present, and how it is helping in the digestion process we'll see today. Before knowing that, what are the keywords in this block? Once we'll see the keywords of this block. One is intestine spelling, I-N-T-S-T-I-N-E, intestine. So two types of intestines are there. One is small intestine and one is large intestine. And the second one is liver, L-I-V-E-R, liver. It's present just left side of the stomach. And pancreas is beside the stomach. It's present both the sides of intestine, small intestine, P-A-N-C-R-E-A-S, pancreas. And the last one is intestine, liver, pancreas, rectum, R-E-C-T-U-M, rectum, and anus. These are the new words you are going to come across in this activity, in this worksheet, or in this particular topic. Okay. So what is the role of intestines in digestion process? To understand the role of intestines in digestion, we'll do one small activity now. For doing this, you need a cloth, cotton cloth you need. Take one cotton cloth and any food item like a banana or potato, boiled potato, or else any fruit, pulpy fruit or orange fruit. You take one and just keep it inside this cloth. Inside the cloth you keep and tie both the ends of this. Roll this food item inside and tie at the edges. Tie the edges, keep a knot. Tie edges and just squeeze this cloth. Squeeze like this. What are you able to see? The watery substance is coming out, right? Is it coming? So your intestines are helping in this way. So before that, we'll see how stomach is. See how the watery substance from the food item is coming out. That means this cloth, cotton cloth, is absorbing the food, the watery substance which is coming out from the food item. Same way, your intestines are absorbing the nutrients which are digested, that they are absorbing inside the small intestine. The walls of the small intestine are absorbing the digested nutrients. So you have to do this experiment. When you do, you can understand, you feel when you are involving in the activity. So in stomach, you learned before the role of each organ in the digestive system. The mouth is helping for chewing the food and swallowing. And saliva is also there, that's mixing the food, converting starch into simple sugar, and also helping to swallow the food. So from the mouth, the chewed food enters into food pipe or esophagus. From the food pipe, in food pipe no change. Whatever way you are swallowing, the same way it is passed on to the stomach. And stomach is a bag-like structure. You already learnt that. So in the stomach, you did this diagram also in your notebook. So from the food pipe, food is entering into from the mouth, food enters into food pipe, and then it goes to the bag-like structure called stomach. So from the stomach, it enters into small intestine. So this coiled tube-like structure is small intestine. So it is entering into the small intestine. When you see, this will be 7 meters long, it says. But it won't appear in that way because it is coiled and arranged in this way. So here, what is happening? The left side of this small intestine, liver is present, and the right side of this small intestine, pancreas are there. This liver and the pancreas are present. So these are helping liver and pancreas. Even the stomach walls also secreting some juices. So these juices will kill if any germs are present in the food. While eating, if any not useful material if goes inside, that gets digested or killed by the juices of stomach. The walls of from here. So in the stomach, the food gets simplified. The largest food particles are break down and change into like simple substances. So the complex food is changing into simple substance. Simple food. This is only known as digestion. So the complex food is changing into simple food by the help of juices in the stomach. And even this liver also secreting some juices. Pancreas are also secreting juices. So these all juices will break down the food into more simpler substance. They will make into very simple substance and which can mix in the blood and which can break down with the help of oxygen and release energy. That means in the small intestine, the food is even further simple substances, like very simple substances, the food gets changed in the small intestine. That means the digestion process, digestion meaning changing complex food into simple food. So finally, all the complex food, whatever we are eating, that get changed into like simple food in the small intestine. Finally, the digestion process completes in the small intestine. And not only digestion completing, it's also absorbing. How this cloth is absorbing the watery substance from this food which is there inside. Same way, the surface area, the area of this small intestine is also absorbing the food. What it is doing? Absorb the food. The small intestine is absorbing the food. Okay, so that is the role of small intestine. With the help of liver, juices and pancreatic juices, the digestion is completing in the small intestine and it's also absorbing the nutrients. That's the role of small intestines in your digestive system. If any undigested food is there, that food is not at all getting digested in your body, then that will enter into your large intestine. The outside part organ which is there, that is the large intestine. So undigested food along with water comes to the large intestine. Sometimes when food is not digested in your body, you will get vomiting, right? How that vomiting will be? So watery, partially digested food, semi-liquid type. So same way from the stomach. From stomach only, reverse it will come, vomiting means. Actually from stomach it has to go to small intestine. But when undigestion process, undigestion when you are feeling, that time the same food will come back through food pipe to through the mouth outside. So that food, semi-liquid type, watery substances food will enter into small intestine and there the digestion completes and absorption also takes place. Now if any undigested food is there, along with some water, it enters into the large intestine. Here also surface area, the area which is there inside this intestine is called as surface area. So even the large intestine has surface area that helps to absorb the water. So small intestine is absorbing nutrients. Small intestine is absorbing nutrients, whereas large intestine absorb water. Whatever the useful water substances are there, that can be reabsorbed by this large intestine. Now only the fecal matter which cannot be digested at all, that will reach to the rectum. So after large intestine, the organ which is present called as rectum, and rectum is connected to anus, and through anus the waste material is eliminated or sent out from the body. So this is the role of intestines in our digestion. Understood, children? So today you did an activity and you learned the structure of intestine, what juices are mixing with food in the intestine you learned, and what functions the small intestine and large intestines are doing you learned. And now once finally we'll see the flow chart of digestive system. Flow chart means it gives an idea. A process, when a process is taking place, which step, after which step comes, the flow chart will explain us. Instead of drawing the diagrams, you can just in a box, you can give the information. And the arrow marks between them shows that from where to where the food moves. Okay. So now from where to where the food is moving, this all the journey of the food will write in a flow chart form. In the form of flow chart, we are going to write now. Already you learned the organs right from mouth to the anus is known as alimentary canal or digestive tract. Okay. So now we'll write the flow chart. The digestion process starts from which organ? Mouth. So instead of drawing the mouth, you can draw a box and write this. So it indicates the organ which is taking the initial part in the digestion. So from the mouth the food enters into food pipe, and from the food pipe the food goes to the stomach, and from the stomach the food enters into small intestine, and from the small intestine the food enters into large intestine it goes, and finally from the large intestine it goes to the rectum, and the last organ is anus. So writing these organs, writing any process, not only the digestion, any process when you are going to explain, it is better to write in a flowchart form. That gives you an idea. Instead of drawing all this, you can use to remember, to revise, and this is the journey of the food. Then where does the liver and pancreas are coming? Where they are joining? Shall I put here in the mouth? No, that is wrong. So they are joining near the small intestine. You put in a circle, oval shapes, and join with the small intestine. This is liver and here pancreas. So this is the form of writing a flow chart for digestive system. Understood, children? Now we will see what are the questions given in the book. The first question is about the activity what we did by using a cloth and food item. So he is asking observation, write your observation. When the cloth is squeezed it, what happened when we squeezed this cloth? This is called squeezing. When we squeezed, the cloth absorbed the watery substance from the food item, right? And next one, listen to the role of the intestines and briefly note what they do. So intestines, what they are doing, small intestine is, I will write clearly here what the small intestine is doing, and what the large intestine is doing will write clearly. So small intestine is helping to complete the digestion. It helps to complete the digestion, and also it's helping to absorb the nutrients. Point wise you can write. It also helping to absorb the nutrients. And the second, next to intestines are large intestine. How large intestine is helping? Large intestine is helping to absorb water. Large intestine is helping to absorb the water, and it's also helping to send waste materials or undigested food into rectum. It's helping to send undigested food into rectum. So that is the role of your intestines, children. So you can write, see from the blackboard, and you can write in your volume book, or you can also write by your own what you understood from the lesson. And the next question is, describe the role of intestines in digestion, 5 to 6 sentences. Again the same, he is asking the role of small intestine and the role of large intestine. And the last one, draw a flowchart of digestion. Just now we discussed what the meaning of flowchart. Instead of diagram, you can draw in a, write that name, that organ name, and draw a box here, that shows which organ is coming in this process. First stage, which organ is coming. So from here, this arrow marks indicates from this organ to where it moves. So in flowchart, the digestion starts in the mouth, goes to food pipe, then stomach and small intestine, then large intestine, then rectum, finally to anus. And you can show the pancreas by drawing one separate oval shape. Here you can write pancreas and liver, the juice is released into small intestine. So this flow chart you can write, already boxes are provided for you. You just write which organ after which organ comes. So complete this. Page number 12, children. This is your homework, and in next our online class I'll ask you to show your books to me. Okay? Thank you.